G'day, this is Captain Noob, and this is the M392 DMR, or if you're familiar with this thing in Halo, it's just the DMR. So, yeah, one of the comments that I got on my videos was saying, you know what, it'd be cool if this weapon was in there, and indeed it is, so I'm going to do a video on it, which is pretty cool. So, first of all, with the attachments here, the receivers are MA5D receivers, which I'm pretty sure is the assault rifle, so I'm a little bit lazy on the modder to cut corners there, but we'll chuck this one with the advanced receiver for that best damage there. And for the barrel, we'll go for a vented barrel for the best range there. I think that's quite enough range, I think. Next up, we've got the stocks. We'll go for a recoil compensating stock for the best recoil control and a quick eject mag for good reload speeds. Now you can attach a suppressor onto this. For this one we won't, we'll grab one with a suppressor and also a scope, a reflex sight with a suppressor and one with not, because I want to get more of an idea of this weapon, and sometimes you don't really need a scope in close quarters, so that is what I will be going to use. Obviously I've got the legendary effects here if you really want to beef this thing up, but this thing is going to be firing fast at a reasonably high damage rate, so we'll take this into Gunner's Plaza with some others and we'll get right into it. Righto, in Gunner's Plaza now, and here's the DMR in first person. It's got all these cool animations courtesy of War Daddy. The reload animations are going to be the same as the MA5D assault rifle, which is good. Got this equipped with what I believe is equivalent to a long scope, so that might be a little bit hard to use in the confines of Gunner's Plaza, but we'll manage somehow. Also, I'd like to point out that the scope is it's showing like Sanctuary Hills despite us being nowhere bloody near the place. That's just what the reflections look like in scopes in this game. It's kind of weird. It would have been better if it was just like a black and glossy with lots of specular. But anyways, moving on to our character here, because yeah, there's a new face here. So when brainstorming ways to make new characters, I wanted to make something a little bit different. Looking back to what Courtney Taylor did, who was the voice of Nora, the female soul survivor, she did Gloria Van Graff back in New Vegas, so I thought, you know what, her voice works well with person of the African American variety, just to be a little bit politically correct there. So there you have it, our railroad agent, but shh, you're not supposed to know that, she's super secret agent, is going to be Ella, named after Ella Fitzgerald, last name Parks, fill in the blanks there, you know what I'm talking about there. Alright, let's go into shooting people. Enough of me showing my cultural knowledge there, my brilliant cultural knowledge, and we'll get into shooting some of these gunners. So we've got them nice and aggroed there, and whilst this thing is semi-auto, you can actually fire this thing as fast as you can pull the trigger, so that 156 damage isn't going to be that much of a problem when you can spam bullets out like this. Now it's got a pretty sizable mag size at 32, so you're pretty much able to rain down bullets from at a reasonably fast pace. Now, this actually might be better than holding this in the automatic fashion, which you can actually do for some reason. I've actually got an automatic one on my in my inventory somewhere, because you can probably fire it faster than you can right now when firing it full auto, which is kind of nice. And in addition to that, you get the effects of the sniper perk, which, as you can tell before, I was able to knock down a few gunners before they were able to shoot me, which is very useful. So in terms of a DMR type weapon, it is certainly doing what it's sort of meant to do, being like a mid-range long shooter there. Not a sniper like the sniper rifle, but I'm pretty sure it'll do fine. And since you can fire it as fast as you can, it does make a pretty good weapon in close quarters. Now I'm pretty sure you can't fire this thing nearly as fast when you're playing Halo Reach, because I've seen machinimas where the Arbiter uses it and I'm the Chief and he's not firing nearly as fast, but it'd be kind of interesting if you could fire it at that speed. Now with all of the recoil... Oh, hello Captain Bridget, you're down there for some reason. You're almost nearly dead. She'll probably pop a stim pack and then come back out. No, she was knocked down due to the sniper effect. Okay, that worked pretty well. We'll just back off here. And you know what? We'll bring out our suppressed one now. There it is. The game sort of glitched for a second there, but we're back on track. Now, instead of using semi-auto custom sounds, this is just using the basic sounds for the assault rifle suppressed when it's in semi-auto mode, so nothing to talk about in the sound, but the unsuppressed sounds do work a bit better when the thing's semi-auto, because they sort of they echo a little bit more naturally than you would with a full auto weapon, which they do their sounds a little bit differently with this game with semi-auto weapons. But we'll switch over to this one. I believe this is our automatic one, and it does have a pretty good rate of fire, so we should be able to do pretty good with it. But as you can tell, it's got lower damage, and you'll have to take 2 and a bit mags or 1 and a bit mags to kill someone, so probably not the most effective one. So we'll move on to another semi-auto one. This one is suppressor, but it's got a reflex sight on it, so it's going to be a little bit more handy in a close quarter situation where your aim will not be thrown off by just by being close enough to the target just for them to fill up your scope. It's a little bit more orthodox using it this way, but there you have it. That's basically the DMR in Fallout 4 there. A definitely really cool port, definitely good textures, excellent animations by Ward Daddy once again. So impressed with this weapon. We can test this against super mutants. I have no doubts that we'll have this do a lot of damage to those bastards as well. So we'll move on to there. Okay, we're not messing around this time. We're going to grab the semi-auto one with a scope just to make sure we knock these bastards down when we hit them. So now, yeah, we've got a suppressor on this one too, so we get better sneak attack bonuses. So let's see how we do. Yep, we can take out a super mutant in just a few shots, and since we can fire this thing so fast, its time to kill is going to be through the roof. It's got a sizable mag onto it as well, so yeah, we'll be able to kill a lot of super mutants if we happen to run across too many of them, which is great. But as long as we can keep hidden, we should have an easy time killing these bastards. I'm not sure why he decided to not die from that first shot. Maybe it was a little bit off, or maybe it hit some sort of terrain in front of it. We'll just get rid of that super mutant who usually detects me. So far so good, haven't been detected by this dude either. Can we nail him through here? I see him with his minigun. You are facing in the wrong direction, and we're no longer getting the sneak attack crits on you, but that's fine. We'll just quickly get rid of your doggo there. And with that 4.4 sneak attack crit bonus, that kills him very easily. Okay. I wasn't going mad. I actually did see someone, but it was actually a mannequin. Fine. Alright. We'll just get rid of these super mutants here. Man, this has been like the easiest run that I've ever had in in Fallon's department store. So yeah, you can really make this thing go well. Interestingly, better DPS and more fun to use while semi-auto, unlike most of the guns, and that is probably because you can fire it as fast as you can. Open wide, Mr. Warlord, you are now dead, and we'll quickly get to the rest of them up here, which they shouldn't be able to detect me once I'm down here, but once we get nice and close, we'll just quickly go up here. We've already got the thing reloaded, and there's one there. Let's see what you are. Just a skirmisher. I can hit you anywhere and you'll die. And old mate over here is probably a warlord. He is one of the legendary variety, but he's dead in under a second. So, yes, this thing with the with all of its scope, well, the scope on it, the suppressor and the advanced receiver, and all of the recoil reducing things, you can make it fire laser beams and cross map and kill a lot of super mutants very easily, which is a big tick in my book because I hate super mutant warlords in general. We'll move on to Swan now because I like taking out super mutants who are needlessly tanky. Righto, looks like we're doubling up on Swans once again, so we'll go ahead and kill them as easily as that. He's attacking a junkyard. Oh, it's Gene. Okay, this is the worst random encounter place you could spawn in, bud. But, I think he's protected. We'll just kill him because I want my sneak attack criticals, damn it. Sorry, doggo. You're dying for a good cause. And I like how he just drops to the ground as soon as he gets up because of the sniper perk. Yeah, there's no getting up after this, mate. If I can empty 32 bullets into you and have a decent chance of the sniper perk proccing in each of them, yes, you're definitely going to die to all of this fire there. Now, other Swan is moving towards me, so I'll just knock him down, stop him in his tracks there. And whilst you're getting up... Oh, you're limping a bit there, Swan. Goodbye, Mr. Swan. One of them down. Next one. He's going down now. There we go. Now, obviously, this is Swan's reincarnation, which is like a monster variant for you to fight at the end game for something hard to kill. But even the basic Swan, I was thinking about this before. He's got less health than a super mutant warlord. What the hell's up with that? That's how this game balances things. Swan is just a puny little super mutant compared to a warlord. Also, this thing's got a cool flashlight on it too. If you put your weapon away, it doesn't point in the right direction, but if you go in first person, it does. It's kind of weird, but a kind of cool utility to have on this rifle. We'll go ahead and move on to another monster because this thing is utterly decimating things, and I want to kill some more. Okay, so this is the place where the teddy bears live. That's them over there. We'll engage them in a second, but we've got some help today. So there's Phoebe. She's my new companion mod. You can download her on all platforms. You'll find her in some place near Sanctuary Hills. Watch the video for more details. Available on all platforms, yada yada yada. So she's got one that is automatic, simply because companions do a little bit better with automatic weapons. So we'll get stuck into this bear now and see what we can do. Knock him down with sniper there and try to kill as many of these bears as possible. Now we are getting a little bit less damage with this because we've got we no longer have no Lone Wanderer giving plus 25% damage. So yeah, the frontlining companion here will probably take the brunt of the damage. We'll just try to knock down that bear and get a quick reload and make sure none of these bears get too close to me. There we go. We're getting good sneak attack criticals, but companions are incapable of doing that. But she seems to be doing a good job there. She's gone into sneak mode there, which is great. And we'll go ahead and keep gunning down this bear from very far range indeed. Yeah, I'm definitely sure this is not how fast you bloody fire the thing in Halo Reach. This would be incredibly fast. You'd just be able to wipe the alien scum off the earth firing from bloody wherever you like. Yeah. These weapons, whilst the reload animations are cool and all of that, I don't think they're balanced quite properly, but you know what? They're Halo weapons. I think they're made for fun rather than balance, so sure, I'm not really gonna care about whether this thing's a little bit more overpowered than most things. Plus, it's a cool weapon, so it deserves its time in the spotlight. Oh, he's gone up, going, and splat. Alright, we better catch up to him, Phoebes, otherwise he'll despawn and we won't get the satisfaction of killing the bastard. Oh yeah, he's totally stuck down there. And there's no ghouls for him to kill to replenish his health. Not that he'd replenish his health anyway, but that's a cool way of looking at it. Oh, stop being so squeamish. We made it through that alright. So, there you have it. That was the DMR from Halo Reach there. Another addition in the UNSC armory that I've looked at before. I've done the MA5D assault rifle previously, and that one was quite impressive, but I'd think this one is better. I think the art direction in Halo Reach is a little bit better. They're like a little bit of a downgrade from what they were in Combat Evolved. It made them look a little bit more industrial and like sort of halfway between modern and futuristic that I think is actually really quite awesome. Man, I really wish I had an Xbox 360 so I could play the game. Anyways, if you'd like to see this thing in your game, be sure to check out the description. This is a PC exclusive, so sorry console users, but you can download Phoebe. She's not a PC exclusive. She's on every platform there. So if you're interested in that, yeah, go ahead and do that. Thank you for watching, guys. Let us know what you think about Ala over here too.